Hello, can you hear me?
How's it, sir? How you doing?
Good, man. Okay, let's get down to the cricket. We'll start with the long weekend, the one on Friday, KKR versus Sunrisers. Yeah, man, a 7-wicket thrashing by Sunrisers. I didn't expect this. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a great batting performance from Sunrisers, especially the middle order. The middle order really came to I'd say to their rescue there. They were a bit of a pickle there, losing those early wickets, but wow, did that middle order really come to the fore? Tripathi and Markram were superb. I think this is one of the best innings that Markram has played so far in the IPL, and yeah, no, he was superb, and they really, I think that game was really built up on a fantastic bowling display from Sunrisers as well. I mean, restricting KKR to 170.
Five for
Uh,
eight,
but
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean 170. Yeah, sorry, but 170, eh?
Uh,
175.
what's it? Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a good job from the bowlers. Definitely. I mean, if you can restrict the side to 175, we're looking at the scores that we've had in this IPL so far, I think that's a job well done. And
Mm.
the way they came up with the bat, I thought, you know, Sunrisers were one of those sides that were already written off
Mm.
after the first couple of games in this tournament, and they're really making a huge comeback now and climbing up that table ever so slightly.
Okay, we'll get down to the weekend games. Okay, Lucknow versus Mumbai. Another defeat for Mumbai by 18 runs. It's becoming depressing.
Sort of been a trend so far for Mumbai. Eh? I think nothing's really worked out for them. Again, trying to chase the score down, but I think they came up against a KL Rahul that was really on form that day, and just took the game to them. Put the Mumbai bowlers in the squad, and I mean, chasing over 190 is never easy. It's never easy, whether it's a day game or a night game. I mean, you still got to bat well, and I don't think
Mm.
Mumbai batted as well as they could have.
Mm.
They got really close, but
Mm.
I think losing those early wickets really picked them back.
Okay, we'll get to your team, RCB versus Daredevils. A close match. I don't know if it was very close, a 16-run win. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it was a fantastic performance from RCB with the bat and ball. They were in a bit of trouble there, but I mean, Karthik, wow, what a signing he's been for the franchise, and
Mm.
him and Shabazz just powered that score to 189. And
Mm.
I mean, look at the bowling. If I look at that game, winning by 16 runs, I think it was a great comeback from the RC bowlers in this game
Mm.
because
Mm.
when
Mm.
Warner was going on his merry way there, it was looking 50-50 to a stage, but I think the one thing that really pegged DC back in this game was the batting of Mitchell Marsh. I think those dot balls and soaking up, just you're not getting the ball away at all, just having no such timing. And I mean,
Mm.
we found out a couple of days later that the poor guys, had a COVID positive test, and he's on the sidelines now. And yeah, I just never looked himself in that innings, and I think there was just. I think if they just put the middle order and the lower order on under such pressure to actually keep up with that run rate, it's just in the end it was just far too much. Once Warner and once Punt went out. I think the writing was on the wall there for them. But yeah, a
Mm.
great all-round performance from RCB. Batting, bowling, fielding. I thought they were exceptional, and captaincy of Pop as well to really rotate his bowlers around was superb.
Okay, speaking of captaincy, I think Kane is doing a great job for Sunrisers. Another clinical win here by 7 wickets. So I never expected such another defeat like this, especially for a team like Punjab that's got more talent on paper.
Yeah, I think talent on paper is one thing, and then trying to
Mm.
applied on the field is another thing. And I think Punjab is one of those sides that are really suffering that sort of curse. I think there's, I'll be honest with you, I think there's too many players that play the same way in Punjab. It's just come out and hit, and by all means, you're going to lose your wicket, you're going to lose your wicket. I feel, in T20 you can have that, but you've got to have somebody that's batting around. And I just feel they don't have that play at the moment. They're just losing too many wickets up front. It seems like a really disjointed franchise at the moment. I think but at times they sort of, I call them quite a volatile franchise in a way, where they can win 3 in a row and then they can lose 3 in a row. That's the sort of franchise they are. They're quite volatile in terms of results. And Sunrisers, they've been a side rising. As I said, they've been rising, and this was one of the games that they had to win to get up those tables, and boy did they put in a performance here again. That final over from Umran Malik was superb. A maiden in the 20th over of the game, and see a guy with that sort of pace is really, really exciting in this competition. He was superb in that game, and I think Sunrisers bowling was superb, restricting Punjab to that total. And again, that middle order of Sunrisers look really, really strong so far. And they won this game with ease, and Markram home again.
Okay, we get to Chennai versus Gujarat Titans. This was quite a cliffhanger game, and they won by 3 wickets, the Titans. So that's nice.
There's few games in this competition that have been matched in the tournament, but this game really had it all. This was a performance for the ages from a Gujarat side that were in all sorts of trouble at one stage, and boy, did they come back into this game and into this game in a big way. The performance of Muller really, really stands out as that different that means. But we shouldn't downplay what Rashid Khan did in that partnership with Muller. That bowler off, just trying to figure out who that bowler was. The CSK bowler really took him to the swat there.
Okay. Let me just check on the.
I'm just trying to figure out
on ESPN. I don't know if it was off Bravo maybe or something. Or maybe I'm wrong. No, let me look at the bowler they had. It could have been Jordan. It had to be Jordan.
I was thinking it was a West Indian guy, but there you go. Chris Jordan. That is also Chris term that
that was dude, not really, poor guy. Hey man, it's becoming a liability.
I haven't seen him strike a ball that way before, and it's unbelievable stuff. That was really, really unbelievable. And Miller's innings as well was superb. That was the best Miller. And I think this is a game that CSK, you could say, this one that got away, because I thought Tikshana was brilliant, and there's not been able to pick him in this tournament. I think he's going to be a brilliant bowler in years to come, and I think the IPL is doing him a world of good, and really improve his skills as a bowler, which he's already got so many skills as a bowler. But quite frankly, I really enjoyed this game. This was a thriller, and I'd say one of the top 3 games of the tournament as well. But I think we're coming to the game of the tournament next. So fortunately.
Yeah. Okay, this one is a bit of a heartbreaker for me to talk about, because this was a 7-run win by our Rajasthan Royals, 270 for 5 versus 210 all out. Your favorite bowler got 5 wickets. Chahal. Yeah.
Form is temporary, class is permanent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Unbelievable game. It was a Monday, Easter Monday, a rainy day. It was raining cats and dogs outside. And I sat down and watched this game. wow. I mean, Butler, he's batting on another level at the moment. I think his batting is really, really out of this world.
Yeah.
And he's really he's actually been quite a big difference just in ways Rajasthan are actually on in the table at the moment. And I think if Butler wasn't there, I mean, who knows what scores they would have been getting. But I mean, they're a side that can score 200 at will now. And it was another game. It was a batting exhibition for Butler. I mean, he really served it really, really well to the KKR bowlers. And I mean, this was a game that really ebbed and flowed. I mean, really, really ebbed and flowed. And I mean, the way KKR came out with the bat was superb. Finch and was it who was opening?
No, Narayan went out early. Shreyas came in number 3, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Narayan. Sorry, Narayan came in as a pinch hitter, but I mean, the batting between Finch and
the captain Shreyas.
Sorry, unbelievable. It was really unbelievable, and they were not actually ahead of the rate at one stage. And I mean, boy, that wicket was a real biggie. But I mean, who thought we would have seen that sort of drama in the 18th over? I mean, that was an unbelievable over from Chahal, and he used all his skills here. And I think it was fantastic captaincy from Samson to throw him the ball at that stage, because there was real pressure. And this was one that KKR, if they look back, this is the one they probably should have won, could have won, and too many games like that this season.
Yeah.
Boy, that over was really, really special. I mean, getting the danger man Aya out with a real goal that he obviously missed completely. And I mean, getting Cummins out in that hat-trick ball was a superb delivery. He just moved away enough and got the outside edge. I mean, I really can't speak much more about this over. It was just unbelievable. The best over of the tournament so far, and I think the best fellow I've seen of any bowler in this World Cup. In this IPL, and that really swung the game in Rajasthan's favor. And I mean, there was no way back. The whole backbone of the KKR innings just fell apart there. And there's a bit of inconsistency creeping up in the KKR camp at the moment. A lot of inconsistency. I mean, they had a great start, and by no means do they have a bad side. I think they have a really good side on paper, but as I said, it's just not translating at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, and your team, RCB, is turning up the wins, eh? They beat Lucknow by 18 runs.
Yeah, I mean, I was a bit weary of this game because Lucknow, I mean, they look a good side again on paper. They really look a good side. They've got power hitters right down to the bottom. So I was a bit weary getting to this game. But I mean, RCB are just great consistent in this tournament. I think the captaincy of Faf has been superb. And I mean, that was a captain's knock from Faf. I mean, we've been crying out for a while in this last couple of games, but boy, was that a great knock from Faf. I mean, he really, really controlled that entire innings. And I think Shabazz, I've been really, really impressed with Shabazz batting in this tournament. He's really come, such a long way with his batting. Really one of the most improved players in this IPL, especially with the bat. And I mean, that innings, that partnership with him and Faf really brought, RCB back in this game. I think the form of Kohli is really a cause to be concerned at the moment. And I think there's a few players in that RCB batting lineup. I've got to be really honest here. I think Rawat really not looking the part, at the top of the order. I mean, he's a young player, but I wouldn't be surprised if, he keeps on stating that they would try and look for a fresh, face up the order. But I mean, they're winning at the moment, so I mean, why change a winning side? So I mean, if Puck's not getting runs, Maxwell's not getting. Maxwell's getting runs. If Maxwell's not getting runs, Karthik is getting runs. So what I like about this side, this is a powerful side. This is a really, really dangerous team. If you look at the resources that they have this year and the sort of batting depth that you haven't seen in previous seasons. So, this is a side to be wary of in the tournament. And I mean, with the bowling, there's not many, but I think I was so impressed with Hazelwood in this game. I think he really showed his class. And just great from strength to strength as a bowler. Had a fantastic season last season with CSK. Had a great T20 Cup, and he's just carrying that form to this season as well. I mean, if I look at that Lucknow reply, I don't think it was any point there where they actually really got away. I think RCB they had this chase under check.
Yeah. Okay. Now we get to Punjab and Daredevils, probably the most one-sided match of the tournament. Didn't expect such a result. 9-wicket win, which actually boosted their net run rate one way. It was close to 1, but obviously it dipped after last night. But we'll get to that match in a moment. Yeah, man, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really impressed in this game. Hey, I wasn't impressed by the batting from Punjab, and neither was I impressed with their bowling. But then again, if you already put up a score of 115, what chance do your bowlers have? I mean, they have a chance in hell in trying to get that score. But I mean, pretty one-sided game. Hey, I think this was a problem with Punjab. I think there's too many players that do the same thing. They needed somebody to just see out that innings. But I mean, the Delhi bowlers bowled superbly in this game. I thought Kuldeep was superb in his overs, and some of those deliveries were really wonders. So I think it was a dominant bowling performance from Delhi, and Punjab completely outplayed in all departments. Really a funeral sort of game for Punjab.
Yeah, that's funny. Now, who would have thought? I was making a bit of a joke on this on WhatsApp, saying it was bottoms against each other. And the irony that even though they were the bottoms, there was 2 teams with 9 titles. Who would have thought that? Mumbai and Chennai. And this was a real close one. This is what people come to watch. But I was really disappointed. Mumbai couldn't squeak this one home. 4 runs of the last ball by Dhoni.
Unbelievable. I mean, you can say what you want to say, but I mean, this guy has shown that he is the best finisher in T20 cricket, and one of the best going around, and one of the best for years. And this was vintage Dhoni towards the end, and you can really put this game up as probably the best game of the tournament. In terms of chasing. Because I mean, boy, there were some real performances in this game. Yeah, I mean, look, Mumbai batting first, 165, and
155. 155.
155. Yeah. And I mean, the only reason why they got to 155 was because of some hard hitting at the back end there from some of the lower order players. Unadkat, Unadkat was a hero there in getting that score to 155 because, I mean, Mumbai's innings was already stop, start, and it's been the trend in this tournament. I mean, we're speaking about it over and over again. And, I mean, and then coming out to bowl, geez, I thought they really fought with the ball, hey? And all, led by Daniel Sams. I think his bowling was superb in this game. But, I mean, that it's all cliche. I mean, it was all set up for Dhoni in the end, hey? And I mean, if you look at that final over, there was still a lot to do. I mean, 18 of the last over, there was a hell of a lot to do in that final over, and we've seen this so many times. And I mean, CSK is a dangerous side when they got their mojo back, and I mean, it's probably too little, too late. But I mean, Dhoni really rolled back the years here. It was vintage Dhoni in the end there. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a story. It's a story of one franchise's season or so far. So little, so close yet so far, and that's been the trend for Mumbai. It's been one to forget.
Yeah.
Possibly their worst IPL to date, and yeah, that's the game of cricket. And I was disappointed I missed it, but I saw the highlights. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get to yesterday's game. Rajasthan Royals, the Daredevil. A bit of controversy at the end. I didn't really see it. I only saw the highlights and catch up. I guess they didn't show the controversy. 222 for 2 versus 207 for 8. I felt that controversy could have been avoided. One, because I think it ruined that poor guy's momentum, the power. Who knows if that momentum didn't get stolen away from him? Who knows? Maybe we could have had 6 sixes or even a lower defeat, So I think it was a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. We were just gonna. I was just gonna speak about this. And I probably wanted us to start with this conversation because some of the scenes that we saw yesterday in that game was really, really disgraceful, especially from the Delhi, the DC camp. And I mean, this is a gentleman's game at the end of the day. We don't get this sort of behavior in cricket. And I mean, yet again, I mean, Butler, he's having a dream T20 IPL. I mean, and what an innings from Butler again. And I think this incident really overshadowed what a fantastic innings it was from Butler yesterday. And yeah, and for the wrong reason. This game is remembered for the wrong reasons and not the performance of Rajasthan, which is so disappointing. And this is a gentleman's game, as I said, but the behavior of certain DC players and particularly Rishabh Pant, the captain, was really appalling yesterday. Really, really shocking. And I haven't seen this at all. But I mean, who the hell are you to call your players back into the dugout for probably a ball that's debatable, 50-50 above waist height or not? But we've seen this. We've seen this decision touch and go, and you have no right as a player and as a captain to argue with the decision of the umpire. And that moment, I mean, it was just a moment of madness from the DC coach. I think the assistant coach will run into the field and attack the umpire. It was shocking. It was a behavior, and it really overshadowed what a fantastic performance this was from Rajasthan again with the bat. They were supreme with the bat. It was a masterclass innings from Butler. A really, really ugly scene. It's not what you want to see in international cricket. And I just want to say shame on DC for actually reacting like that. It really wasn't good. It was really unsporting behavior. It doesn't send a good message to spectators and to you're sort of like a role model for a lot of youngsters across the world and especially in India. It sent an appalling message. Really, really shocking behavior from the DC camp. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, man, I didn't see it. Hey, I was only looking at catch up, and they don't obviously show it there. I have to probably go on YouTube and look for that incident. So, yeah, man, I guess it was because they thought if they had that extra delivery, the guy. But I think in hindsight, it was a bit silly because the guy had the momentum. I think it gave Rajasthan Royals the chance to regroup, get their thoughts, gather themselves. Because once a bowler gets hit for 3 sixes, it kind of reminds me of that Ben Stokes situation in the World Cup, where, I guess his nerves would have got to him more. So I think that possibility could have happened there. So unfortunate, but how it goes.
It's one thing being upset with a decision. I mean, we can all be upset with a decision, an umpiring decision. It's another thing to react in that way. I mean, there's 3 more deliveries to go for the game, and I mean, you're sort of using your authority or the lack of authority to call your players back in the dugout and essentially forfeiting a game, which I think is really, really unsporting, hey? And I mean,
Yeah.
they pay quite a high price, and I won't be surprised if the BCCI take this further and probably ban Rishabh Pant for the next couple of matches,
No,
because I think
I
he was
think
fined
no,
100
no, no, no. You got like a yeah,
internationally.
yeah. I got to find 100% fee. No, they won't ban him. It's not good. You know, at the end of the day, everything in India is revolving around money. So in the ways that the banning of the match fee 100% is okay in the sense that at least there's still a punishment there. And if you take away punt from the tournament, it dilutes the excitement factor with the bat. So I'm sure you'll have a scolding anyway behind the scenes. They just won't tell us about the scolding, so it's fine. Long as they got fined, it's true. I mean, he'll get a scolding behind the scenes, so it's fine. Better than nothing.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I was just taken back by the season because I haven't really seen this in international cricket, and yeah,
Uh,
it's
if
really
you remember
one.
that Dhoni, I remember that Dhoni incident when he walked on the field because he also wasn't happy with the no ball, but it wasn't as bad as the way this incident was.
That
So
is,
I don't
yeah, this
know.
is very appalling.
Yeah, I don't remember which match it was, but I do remember Dhoni was involved in it. But anyway, that's history.
Yeah, history. Rajasthan are riding high, and yeah, it's going to be another big weekend for a lot of franchises.
Yeah, okay, let's just get to the matches happening this weekend. So for Gujarat, 133 for 3. Miller just got out for 27 of 20 balls. He seems to be doing well. At the moment, they're going at a run rate of 8.06. I don't think Kolkata will mind chasing anything around the 160, 170 mark. I just don't think they'll want to chase 200. Although it's 133 for 3 and Hardik Pandya 67 of 48. If he makes 100, they'll definitely get close.
Yeah, I mean, this is a must-win game for KKR. I mean, by all means,
Amen.
they really have to win
Yeah, yeah, they
because
got to win.
they not sitting on the right side of the table at the moment. And if you keep on losing games,
Hmm.
your net run rate is going to go
Yeah,
down, and you're falling lower and lower
yeah,
down. So this is a
yeah,
must-win game for KKR by all
yeah,
means. And I mean,
yeah,
if they lose, yeah, I mean, you've lost 5 now. Look, it's possibly you can qualify, but it's going to be difficult, hey, with the competition that's
yeah, yeah.
going around at the moment. Really, really
Yeah,
going
they
to
got
be
to
difficult. So,
win. Yeah, they got to win
and
well. I mean, they got to, they got to win. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
yeah,
Huh?
and fingers crossed. If fingers crossed, I hope your team wins. So if your team wins, then my side has opportunity of going top later when they play the
Okay.
Sunrisers. But I'm not taking that game
Hmm.
for granted. It's going to be a tough game against the
Definitely.
Sunrisers side. I think
Yeah, man.
they've
Yeah, I was gonna
regrouped.
get to that. Hmm.
They're looking quite the part. So it's not going to be an easy game. But
Yeah, man.
I think
Yeah.
if uh, if RCB can play as well as they played on Tuesday or close to it, I think they should be okay. I think they should be okay.
Yeah, Sunrise today. I did tell you at the beginning of the season. I think Sunrisers. I don't know if I told you at the beginning of the season, maybe even last year, that Sunrisers couldn't have been any worse than they were last year. From being the whipping boys, they're one of the contenders. It's amazing. Like Mumbai, who were the fear team, are now like the excuse my language. No, I don't think that's a bad word, but pussycats of the season. So it's a bit more of a. It's become like that. I was a bit fearful that Chennai were going to become another pussycat, but at least they're starting to slowly become a contender. But still, I wouldn't put them in that category. But if they keep churning out the wins, if they can keep on a little winning run, you never know. I mean, yeah, I actually don't feel bad. I'm going for Sunrisers to win tonight. I'm going for Sunrisers to win tonight because I think they've beaten some really top teams like Titans and Punjab and who else was it? Although they also beat Chennai pretty bad. You find Chennai not as top as they used to be, but Sunrise are looking good at. I think Sunrise's best chance of beating Yole is by bowling first and then by chasing. I don't think they'll win if they are batting first and then Yole are chasing. I think Yole will win too easily. That's my theory.
Yeah, I think the one thing with the Sunrisers you're going to be wary of. I don't
Mm.
particularly think they have a very good batting lineup, but where they really come into the game is their bowling. I think they have a superb bowling
Mm.
lineup. Their bowling is
That's why I
quite good.
say they both.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
you've got to be wary of that bowling lineup. So Look, as I said, I'm still backing RCB here to get the job done, but it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a close one.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if you won, but I think Sunrisers have the edge if they bowl first. Mark my words, if they bowl first. If they are batting first, then I think you're going to win too easily. This is my opinion. Okay, we'll get to tomorrow's games quickly. As Lucknow and Mumbai, I'm honestly not really interested, but we have to talk about it. I think even if Mumbai win, it's like, what's the point? I mean, if I had my way, I'd say Mumbai just get out of the IPL and just regroup. But I think they have to play the matches for money rights and all that therapeutic jazz. So I don't know. It's too depressing, man. Even a funeral is like 2 hours. This is like a 4-hour funeral, man. I think Mumbai I don't know. I can't say anymore. This is too depressing.
Look, to be honest with you, I think, if you look at their games, they've been falling short. It's not to say they've been playing really bad. They've been playing quite decent cricket. So I think the best thing for Mumbai at the moment is just finish, just try and get as many points as possible and just finish on a high. That's all they can do. I mean, forget about playoffs.
I think they might avoid being. If they can finish second last, I think that would be an achievement for them at this moment. If they can finish second last, if they can finish in the middle of the table, I think there'll be a double achievement. So I think that should be
absolutely.
And that's so sad for a team that's won like 4 or 5 titles. Like, don't know who got the most. I think Mumbai's got the most titles, right? Unless I'm wrong.
That's correct. Mumbai Indians is the side. I mean, they've been the dominant side in the IPL for.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it'd be so embarrassing. A 5-title champion being bottoms of the table. This is not right. It's like a parallel universe. But it's what has happened with these auctions. But then, never mind, I don't want to talk about the auction. We can go on and on about that. Okay, we'll get to the last match.
It's a conversation for another day, so let's just leave it out.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it out.
Okay, the last match for Sunday is Punjab Kings and Chennai Super Kings. This is a bit of an interesting one because I wouldn't mind Chennai winning it because it'll be nice to see Chennai coming back, making the competition really exciting. Because to see Chennai and Mumbai both losing together is just like painful to watch. So I'd like to see Chennai winning. But if Punjab win, I don't mind. I mean, it's cool. I like to see Punjab doing well because I haven't seen them in the playoffs in a while. So it'll be good to see Punjab is bouncing back. But I wouldn't be surprised if Chennai do sneak this one through.
Well, I mean, as an RCB fan, I mean, CSK is the last side that I want to see in the playoffs because, I mean, we all know how dangerous they are. So, by all means, I think if it can be 9 and 10 the way it is, I'm happy with that. But tomorrow, interesting game because I think this is a game that Punjab really have to win. They have no choice because, I mean, looking at where they are on the point table, and if they win this one, this would push them up. So, I mean, they can't be as bad as they were in the last game. So, I'm expecting a response from Punjab. I'm expecting a response from this Punjab side tomorrow.
Okay, that's great. Before we wrap off, any final words?
I think we pretty much covered everything so far. So, yeah, let the games begin.
All right. You enjoy the rest of your weekend and take care, man.
Yes, talk to you soon. Take care.
All right.